Man, what's crack-a-lacking out there, man? Salute, salute, salute. What up, what up, what up? It is the homie, main man, me, man, in the building. What's up, man? Hey, man, y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Yes, sir, fight fans coming on through for the post Thanksgiving Day stream, man. Sorry, we know we couldn't do We Talking Boxing Live yesterday. Thursday is our day. But with the holiday going down, I'm sure everybody understand why we couldn't do it. Hey, look here, man. I'm sure y'all had y'all face full of turkey, just like I had my face full of turkey. You know what I mean? So I'm sure ain't none of us had no time for no boxing talk yesterday because it was turkey day. You dig? For those who got down with it, man. Salute to y'all all, bro. I hope y'all all had a really, really good Thanksgiving out there, everybody, man. I hope y'all sat down with the good people in your life, whether it be your family, whether it be your friends, whether it be your neighbor, you know what I'm saying, whether it be the person you just met a week ago, whoever that you cherish. I hope you sat down, you gave thanks to everything that's important to you in your life, and you had some good times, good fellowship with your family, man. I know I definitely did. And most importantly, Muhammad Tola, I got a chance to not only sit down and eat a gargantuan size 4 plates. I think I had 4 plates going at one time, fight fans. It was crazy. You know, I'm crossing arms and all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I got a chance to watch my Cowboys, America's team, fight fans, get out there and kick all kinds of ass. You know what I mean? So it just made my Thanksgiving that much more special. See, I told y'all, man, we win the ones that matter. A week ago, we beat the Commanders. That's our Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I'm running around my family laughing and ragging off on them. They just like, y'all ain't doing nothing. You just happy y'all beat us. That's all. Hey, I done already wrote the season off. But they didn't give me what I needed just to stay in there, to stay looking forward to the next season. And that is kicking the Commanders' ass. I'm good with it. They talking about oh man, y'all gotta play us one more time. Y'all gotta play us one more time. Hey, whatever, cuz. You know, what's gonna be, gonna be. What didn't happen. You know what I mean? So it felt really good to sit there and be smiling from ear to ear to see my Cowboys win, man. And food was just great, man. Everything to the ladies that's in my life, man. Y'all did a phenomenal job. The food, awesome. You know what I mean? The only thing is though, and I got to keep. I don't know about y'all, but times like this, I really kind of miss my grandmother. You know what I mean? And I ain't got my grandma no longer with me, and she was always the matriarch of the family, if you will. She was the one that was always getting the Thanksgiving dinners, the big Christmas dinners, stuff like that. And whenever, anytime we get these kind of holidays, family gatherings and stuff, man, I can't help but just to think about my grandmother, man. And I miss her so much, man. And she used to have this one special tradition for me for Thanksgiving. She would do it every single Thanksgiving. And that is when, she make the Baxter biscuits or the bread or whatever. She would always separate mine. She would give me a whole bowl of bread to myself because, I like my bread a certain kind of way. Like, I don't like it too hard. I like them all buttered, and I like them split down the middle with the butter put in the middle. Call me picky, right? But she would do that for me she would sit at least almost a dozen of them to the side, straight cut down the middle, butter in the middle, cooked just the way I like it. And she would set them to the side. So, man, I really missed it. So even to this day, like my aunties and all of them, they all still try to do it to keep that tradition going. You know what I mean? They used to always sit my bread to the side, man. And they did that yesterday, you know what I'm saying? And it just kind of made me think about, like, dang, man, my grandma used to do that for me. And it was nothing like Grandmama Biscuits, fight fans. It was nothing like Grandmama Biscuits. You feel me? So, man, I hope y'all had a good time, man, with y'all family and y'all loved ones, whomever that may be. And, and I hope y'all once again just gave thanks for everything that's important in your life, man. Salute to y'all all, man. Salute to my main man, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more up in our house, bro. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, Bruce. Salute to you, my friend. Hope all is well up north, man. Salute to my main man, Bruce. Always out there, man, giving that great boxing talk, man. Muhammad Ali is on deck. What's up with you, man? Cooling, man. Thanks for rolling with me tonight, Muhammad Ali, man. What's up with you? Peace and blessings, champ. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well, bro. I didn't even know that. To be honest with you, Muhammad Ali, it's like I always say every week about those, who I consider like core supporters of the homie. Whenever I don't see y'all live, bro, I always stay, what, certain ones I feel like gonna catch me on the playback and hit that thumbs up for me. And you one of them ones, you know what I'm saying? So whenever I don't see you for a while, homie, I always feel like you always got me. You know what I'm saying? You've been rolling with me so long, and I ain't got nothing but love and appreciation for you, my man. So I hope all is well, bro. Hope all is well, man. Yeah, man. So what the hell has been going on in boxing? What the hell is been going on in boxing, man? I see my main man Shakur Stevenson is running the headlines right now, huh, man? Huh, man, fight fans. I like where we at with that right there. We're gonna get into that, man. We're gonna definitely get into that. Let me just say first off, I'm flipping right here through Twitter, and just saying happened to come across a tweet from Frank Martin. Frank Martin, we know who fought my man Gervonta Davis. So Frank Martin states that he no one at 135 should be saying his name now. He is now moving up to 140 pounds. So that's pretty much fresh off the presser. He just laid this down on social media. So it looks as if that Frank Martin will no longer be at 135, and he will be going up to 140. And I can tell you, man, he can definitely have some headwinds at 140, man. He got a little smoke up there for sure. Now, as far as the big names, I don't know. A lot of this ain't gonna be politically available to him, as we probably know. Um, the Alberto Puello situation, who's the WBC champion, he's got his hands full with Sandor Martin, and right behind that, who knows? He could be probably Gary Antoine Russell wants to get that run back with him. So, Gary is in the run for that fight as well. We know we got Jose Valenzuela with the WBA at 140, but we don't even know what's going on with Slim right now. We don't know if he a PBC fighter. We don't know what's going on with him. He mysteriously popped off of a PBC card. Normally, when stuff like that happens, man, that's never a good sign. PBC is they real, close cards close to the chest. How they operate with their fighters. So it could just we can wake up one day and Jose Valenzuela is then rocking out with Eddie Hearn or something. You know what I mean? We just don't know right now. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with Jose, man. But he's politically available to the PBC guys, but we just don't know. Everybody talking about Gary Antoine Russell might be in run for Jose Valenzuela. Remains to be seen. You know what I'm saying? I hope so. But I know my boy coming off of an L, so we're gonna see how they can possibly swing that, man. IBF got Liam Paro. That's not a politically available. And the WBO got Teofimo Lopez. That's not politically available as well. So at the end of the day, Frank Martin moving up to 140. I mean, hopefully that'd be a good move to him. And who's to say he gonna stick around with PBC, right? He may end up going somewhere else. He rocking out with Earl. So whatever happens with Earl, more than likely is gonna happen with Frank. And if Earl have a falling out with PBC, then that'd be bad news for Frank as well. So we're gonna wait and see. But there's a lot of names at 140 for Frank Martin. Of course, Gary Antoine Russells, of course, the Josh Taylors of the world, if they were politically available. Of course, the Jose Ramirez's of the world. Of course, the Arnold Barboza ain't gonna fight him. Teo ain't gonna fight him. Jack Catterall's of the world. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with Frank Martin, man. He can kind of fit in at 140. I think he can kick up some dust. The way he fights, kind of slick, mobile type fighter. Got a good brain on him in the whole 9 yards. I think that can actually definitely help him out at 140 with some of these dudes that he got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. Hey, man, major salute, man. Major salute to the fam, bro. Salute to my homie Warrior Class out there, man, holding it down on a Black Friday, man. He says, yo, man, salute to you, bro. Blessings on top of blessings, man. Salute, man. And how about them boys? Rest in peace to your grandma, man. Thanks for that, bro. I appreciate that, man. Them boys got me on cloud 9, bro. Ain't nothing gonna never change on that one right there, man. How about them boys, man? Hey, as long as the running game is clicking, everything else falls in place. As long as the running game is clicking, everything else falls in place. That's all we need. Consistent running. You know what I mean? Everybody say, yo, the running game got to click to take some pressure off of Dak Prescott. Cool. We get that running game clicking, we get to hitting on all cylinders. Of course, our defense can use some work, but hey, I'm telling you, man, I think I'm feel good about some of the progress we've been making. Hell, the quarterback we got in there now ain't doing no better than Dak was doing. You know what I'm saying? So shoot, he actually getting wins. Shoot, since Dak didn't win out, we actually playing better. Man, honest about that. You know what I mean? So hey, man, I'm happy, man. I'm definitely happy right now. He got that $60 million a year contract. And all of a sudden, you know what I mean, Dak turns into to Yak. Mm. But it is what it is, bro. That running game clicking, everything else falls in place, y'all. Real spill. So let's talk about Shakur, man. So what is going on between Shakur and Kid Austin, fight fans? Shakur and Kid Austin. Now, I did a video about this already. I'm going to turn the music down some. I did a video about this explaining pretty much the details of what led up from the Williams Zepeda situation all the way up until we got the Schofield call out. So we pretty much know. If you don't know, you can go and check the video on the channel. I'm sure it's all over the internet. We know that Williams Zepeda moved out of the Shakur Stevenson fight due to some sort of hand injury, fight fans, and he cannot now make that fight. Let me just say first and foremost, if you are thinking in the back of your head or asking the question in the back of your head, main man, do you believe his hand injury? No, I don't believe it. And I got all the kind of the proof in the world not to believe it. Reason I don't believe it, because I'm listening to the horse, and that's Oscar De La Hoya. Listen here, bro. We know, like we talked about, a week or two ago, promoter games, right? As a matter of fact, man, I still got the damn banner up on here, man. I still got the damn banner on here, bro. Glad I do too, man. We just talked about this, fight fans. A lot of y'all checked out of that part of the stream because we got serious in that part of the conversation. But we just talked about this. You put two fighters at a table, you put them in a room, they will walk out with some sort of deal. They will walk out with a fight. They will compromise. But you put two promoters in a room and try to get them to bang out a fight where we got to jump through loops, hoops, and damn shoots, fight fans. So listen, bro, Oscar was just telling us that it's the fighters that don't want to do the fights. It's the fighters that don't want to make the sacrifices, and they want to be divas. That's according to Oscar, right? And I'm telling you, no, it's the promoters. Y'all the ones with all of that's obligated to the networks and that gotta operate within budgets and certain constraints. Scared to step out your circles with certain fighters and protecting them and giving all kinds of excuses on why they can't do certain fights. It's the promoters that do that, fight fans. So I don't nobody know what the hell Oscar talking about. You know what I mean? And so that's why when I look into the Williams Zepeda thing and I listen to Oscar tell the world just a few days ago that Williams Zepeda has numerous options, because we know that Zepeda is like number one in several sanctioning bodies. And he comes out and tells the world, oh yeah, we got all of these options. Well, that's telling us off the jump, you ain't 100% committed to no Shakur. Then all of a sudden he gets a hand injury. You put two and two together, fight fans. And I think that we all want to be on the same page on this one when we say, listen, we looking at Oscar and we saying, look, you the one that came out before the Zepeda hand injury talking about options. You the one that came out on your clapback Thursdays and said, well, Shakur, I cannot promote. You ain't signed with me, so I cannot promote. And then all of a sudden, Williams Zepeda pops up with a hand injury, fight fans. Now, it's easy for us to jump on Williams Zepeda and say, man, this is all sucker moves from Zepeda, blah, blah. Man, this ain't Zepeda. This is the promoter. This is Oscar shit. You know what I'm saying? This ain't got nothing to do with Zepeda. Can't just make Oscar make these fights. Look what Oscar's doing to Ryan. Ryan went off and found him some little Tinker Toy fight. You know what I'm saying? Some little Tinker Toy fucking kickboxer, wannabe, kumite, whatever you want to call it, fight fans. He found them some little Tinker Toy fight, and Oscar didn't shut that down. Oscar come out and says, oh no, we didn't sign off for that. We don't know nothing about it. Oscar's been shutting a lot of shit down lately. Between this, now I don't know who's the really kind of blame in the Boots and Virgil situation, because Eddie got some shit out here too that's making you go, And then when you think of how Eddie's been talking and moving when it comes to Boots, make you go, So in the Boots and Virgil situation, I'm looking at Eddie sideways, but in the Shakur, Zepeda, Kid Austin situation, I'm looking at Oscar sideways. Either way I'm looking at it, fight fans, I'm talking about promoter games. No matter how I slice it, man. You know what I mean? So listen, bro, I don't believe nothing that comes about with it when it comes to Zepeda, man, that fool, bro. Come on, bro. He taking marching orders from Oscar, man. Taking marching orders from Oscar. So we know as this story kind of progresses, eventually this led to Kid Schofield taking to social media, and Kid Schofield has been calling out Shakur Stevenson, which he has been doing. Like I said in the video, he has been doing for the last couple fights. Been calling out Shakur Stevenson, letting it be known. Been to him and his daddy been going to any platform that would listen, just to trash Shakur, talk about how limited Shakur is, and all of the stuff that they saw inspiring when they sparred Shakur, and they felt like they got the edge on him. Now Shakur was minding his business, just minding his business, fight fans. And the young kid just kept biting on his ankles. And so Shakur, after the Zepeda situation fell through, Shakur says, you know what? Screw it, bro. I'm sick of the talking. I'm sick of all of you running your mouth. I'm sick of you and your daddy. I'm sick of it, homie. This is who you need to call, because Schofield tried to jump out there and make it like Shakur wasn't running his own business. He goes to Shakur and tells Shakur, hey, Shakur, if you the man, if you this or you the man, or can't you make your team and instruct your team to send us an offer? And Shakur did exactly that. He says, I instructed my team to send your team an offer, and we're just waiting for you to get back with us. To make a long story short, Kid Austin and his team agreed. They were with whatever Shakur sent them. But then, right when this agreement came, we got another clapback Thursday from Oscar De La Hoya, talking sideways about Shakur. So the one prior to this was Zepeda had the options. The one after this, and he couldn't promote Shakur. Now in the clapback Thursday we just recently had, it's dragging Shakur all through the mud once again. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's listen into a little bit of it. Why not? We can kind of go with it and kind of listen to it and play. Well, I'm sure y'all all heard this, so give me a minute to cue this up, man. So he dragging so you dragging Shakur for 2 weeks straight, bruh. So it has to make us ask the question: does Oscar really even want this shit, huh, man? So let's listen into a little bit of Oscar, man, and we will just kind of get some commentary as Oscar is talking. So what I'll do, we'll just kind of cover this up, and we'll just listen to the audio, fight fans. So let's listen into Oscar. Now, like I said, I know most of y'all didn't heard this already for the 1,000th time, so just kind of bear with me.
It's your favorite time of the week again. It's time for a special Thanksgiving edition of Clapback Thursdays. I know your fat asses are ready for some facts and laughs, so let's get into it.
I'm going to keep it all the way 100 with you, Oscar. I was a fat ass yesterday and proud of it all day.
Look, I'm not sure if you saw the press conference for the upcoming exhibition fight of Ryan Garcia versus Ruquilla Anpo. Bruh. It took place in LA on Tuesday, and I was not there because Ryan's team thought they could negotiate this entire deal behind my back. What? Huh? Everyone is aware I have the global rights to Ryan Garcia's fights. So what the fuck? When you sign...
Now, Oscar's not wrong in that, man. He's totally 100% right. First off, I'm glad that he shut little racist Ryan down. I ain't mad at him for shutting down racist Ryan. Him and his little Tinker Toy fight. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, cuz. But I gotta say, Oscar, it's like you are in the habit of just straight blocking right now, bro. Like you are the Dikembe Mutombo of boxing right about now. You blocking the Boots. I mean, there's blockage going on with Boots and Virgil, blocks going on with Ryan, blocks going on with Shakur, blocks going on with Zepeda. Like Oscar is the Dikembe Mutombo of boxing right now, Shawty. Real spill.
In a contract, it means it's legally binding and means you must abide by the terms or risk getting sued. Bruh. Which is what we unfortunately have to do if Golden Boy is not included in this fight. And
well, this will not be the first nor the last time that Oscar will have sued Ryan Garcia. These two have been down this road before. Now, it seemed like Ryan ain't giving him much pushback this time around like he did, a couple years ago. This time around, it seems like Ryan knows that, yeah, you got me by the balls. I seen Ryan on social media copping pleas. Well, you remember when I was in your office and remember when you told me, remember when you said, where you said that I can do it, Oscar? Oscar like, hell nah, I ain't say nothing. I don't know what you talking about. You can't do anything or I will sue your ass. Now you could be sued and banned and not have a fight no time soon, which means no income. Do you really want this lawsuit, young Ryan? You know how the rich play, fight fans. You know how the rich play. They will spin your ass into an L. You know what I'm saying?
And for any asshole who says I'm trying to block this fight, bruh, you are fucking stupid and fucking wrong. I want Ryan to make money. I want him to fight. But I demand he honors his contract. Bruh. I mean, let's say you...
I agree with Oscar. Ryan, honor your damn contract. Stay banned. Take your banned ass home, right? Take your banned ass home and sit down and wait till it's time for you to fight again. That's what happens when you put freaking toxic ooze in your veins, Ryan. You have to pay a price. You don't get to go around here putting together little Tinker Toy fights. You know, oh, well, you know, I see Jake Paul doing it. You know, Jake is doing it, so why can't I do it? It don't work that way, homie. You banned. You know what I mean? You are banned for putting green ooze in your veins. So it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know you probably spent a nice little amount of money doing the shit you've been doing. And now you're sitting around here just, begging for a fight. And word on the curb is after he fights little Tinker Toy, he wants to now then line up, I think, a Jake Paul fight, or was it a Pacquiao fight? I don't know, bro. Man, get Ryan ass all the way up out of here, fight fans.
Grew some balls and started a business. Would you, as the owner, let things slide and give certain people a pass?
What?
Would you just take it in the ass? No, you wouldn't.
Oh, Lord.
And neither
never a good sentence coming from Oscar De La Hoya. Oh, my God.
am I. In
All
other
right.
news, Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda was all set to happen until William injured his hand while fighting Tevin Farmer last weekend. Bruh. So you would naturally
Bull
think
crap.
Shakur would start targeting, I don't know, a Frank Martin or a Murataya, some other world champion, right? No.
Frank Martin is
Shakur
not a
and
world
Lone
champion.
Samedi made an offer to my 22-year-old prospect.
Stop the blockage, man. Now he's a 22-year-old prospect. Last time I checked, fight fans, correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, he made an offer to my 22-year-old prospect. Last time I checked, Kid Austin, yeah, he's rated number 2 in the WBA. Not a prospect. At this point, he's a contender at the very least. He's a contender at the very least, right? He's rated number 2 in the WBA. Does that mean anything? You can't get in the top 5 and run around with a prospect tag. You can't do it, man. Once you make it into that top 5 and you knocking on the door to a title shot, look, if one come, whatever sanctioned body, but if one come to you, bro, you take it. You don't, oh, he's a prospect. You don't baby him up, bro. I mean, I get it. We call him Kid Austin, but damn, homie, like he's number 2 in a very like heavy loaded sanctioning body, bro. Number 2. He's over top of the Andy Cruzes. He's over top of the Edwin De Los Santoses. You know what I'm saying? He's over top of Frank Martin. And we calling him a prospect? He's rated higher than all of these dudes that I'm just telling you about. We don't call Frank Martin a prospect. Now all of a sudden we calling Kid Austin a prospect. Oscar, you are on your Dikembe Mutombo-ish. And last time I checked, it wasn't Shakur going looking for Kid Austin. As Oscar is telling, oh, you only looking at my 22-year-old prospect. It was your 22-year-old prospect knocking on Shakur's door. Shakur was minding his business. All I heard Shakur talking about these last few months is Zepeda. That's all we heard Shakur talking about. He was over the moon about that fight. He loved that fight. You pulled the move allegedly that you pulled with Zepeda, and now you out here talking about Austin as a 20-year-old prospect. Promoter games, fight fans. Promoter games. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going.
Kid Austin, who has no world championship experience.
Come on, man.
This is exactly what I mean when I say Eddie doesn't know how to build a career.
Kid Austin gives better reasons for the fight than Oscar could ever do. You can't come back from what you're saying right here, Oscar. See, Kid Austin was smart enough to know, well, if anybody want to talk crap about my record or my resume, or I ain't fought no one and I ain't did this, he was certain to point out Shakur's last opponent. And we're going to put it on the screen in a second. He brought out the fact that Shakur's last opponent's record was 12-1. 12-1. So Oscar, remember all of this you saying, oh, you picking on the kid, and the kid that you claim, he came out and told everyone, I'm better than Shakur's last guy. So Oscar, you need to get on the same page with your fighter. Promoter games, fight fans. These promoter games.
Bob Arum built Shakur Stevenson to become a world champion. And in his
Look at
first fight
the
with
limps and
Matchroom,
excuses
you
he giving.
actually want to put him in with a prospect, Eddie?
Come on now, dog.
I didn't think it could get any lower for you, but it does. And
first off, stop trying to put this on Eddie and on Shakur. Neither one of them was even looking towards no damn Kid Austin until Kid Austin started to run his mouth and Zepeda was out of the way. Why is Oscar trying to make it like Eddie and Shakur was specifically targeting Kid Austin? When we all seen it play out right in front of our eyes, fight fans. We all took it to Twitter and Instagram, and we saw it playing out on social media. Kid Austin constantly ringing the doorbell and kicking on the door of Shakur Stevenson saying, I want in. And Shakur tried to brush him off. He tried to be cool with the kid. He tried to be in the beginning, but the kid just got more and more disrespectful. And we know how it is with a real champ. A real champ, you insult him but so much, but then he gonna give you what you're looking for. It's like the same way with a Bud Crawford. You keep on, everyone knows you want to get Bud's attention, right? What do you got to do? You keep going to social media, you keep insulting them, you keep talking trash, eventually you're going to get that response you're looking for. We know how this go. And Shakur is the same way. And he tried to brush off the kid, but the kid just wouldn't go away. Just wouldn't go away. You know what I mean? But let Oscar tell it. It was all Eddie and Shakur targeting Kid Austin.
that brings me to my next topic. So Eddie, you made a fool of yourself in the ring in Dallas after the Katie Taylor fight?
Oh, Lord.
And the co-founder of Jake Paul's company, Most Valuable Promotions, Nakisa Bidarian, is questioning your erratic behavior.
I think what's really telling is if you go to the Matchroom social media handles, post-fight, they didn't post Katie Taylor. They posted the 126 fighter that they have from Sky Nicholson. Why are you positioning her again?
So basically, this is Oscar pretty much trying to hang some of Eddie's dirty laundry out to the public, or air some of Eddie's dirty laundry out here to the public. Eddie is a married man, from what we understand. My deal is, how are these two ever going to come together for a fight? If you got Oscar dragging Shakur, dissing Shakur, blocking Shakur, airing Eddie's dirty laundry at what he may or may not be doing with another female, and y'all think in the middle of all of this chaos and all of this madness that we're gonna get a fight out of this? I hope we do. Don't get me wrong, boxing is funny that way, you know. Maybe they doing this to hype up the 5 versus 5 and it all comes full circle. I hope so. It could be some WWE type shit, you know, whatever. But as a rational thinker, I would look at this and say that these two dudes don't mess with each other. How are we going to ever get a fight? How are we going to ever get a fight between Eddie and Oscar and their fighters? They're on the same network. Turkey Al Sheik only deal with them when it comes to Riyadh season cards, not when it comes to their own cards. They can do whatever they want to do. So my only thing is, are we ever in this type of toxic ass environment, right? Oscar airing out Eddie's dirty laundry, dragging Shakur through the mud, blocking Shakur, coming up with giving Zepeda crap reasons to pull out of the biggest fights of his life. Like, how are we going to really get a fight in all of this type of environment, fight fans? Once again, salute to the fighters. Because if it wasn't for Schofield, his daddy, and Shakur on social media giving us their real energy, we would be left to have to listen to these dudes. And we clearly see that them and the fighters are on two totally separate pages. That's boxing. But it's the fighters, Oscar. It's the fighters. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit here and listen to him air out Eddie's dirty laundry, man. So we're gonna leave that alone, leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Oscar better watch it. Oscar better watch it, bro. That's all I can tell you, man. So you know, that's where we pretty much got to with Oscar. So it's kind of hard for a lot of people to still look at this and say, well, are we honestly really actually going to get a fight? Now, since Oscar's block back Thursday, you know what I'm saying? It seems as if that Kid Austin has since then came out again, stating that they got everything basically squared away when it comes to Oscar. So let's put this on the screen. Let me get this on the screen. Yep, we got it right here. So stand by, fight fans. Sure most of y'all have seen this too. So we'll put it right here on the screen. So Kid Austin now has since came back, since Oscar came back with that clap back Thursday. And this is what he has posted. He says that this is a pretty much a text, I guess, or an email that Oscar allegedly sent to Kid Austin or Floyd Schofield. And the message goes a little something like this. Should I say he sent it to Floyd Schofield's father? My man, I seriously believe in your son so much and have love for him. He's 22, and I know how to make a champ for the next 15 years and not run the risk of getting that because he's had no experience. Let me stop right there before I continue on. Promoter games, fight fans. Look, that's duck talk, fight fans. That's duck talk. Tell me I'm tripping. No, and that up into that word experience right there. Do Shakur and Kid Austin, from all of y'all seen over these last couple days, do it sound like they talking this way? Or is this coming from Oscar? Well, I know how to make champions. Yeah, I know how to duck long enough to build a champion. Yeah. This is how you make a champion. You have to duck. You have to duck and duck some more. And then after you've ducked that many times, you have to duck again. It's all about ducking and faking like you want the fights, not actually take them. Ain't that right, Oscar? Meanwhile, how old was Oscar when he won his first title? Riddle me that. Go look it up, fight fans. Freaking hypocrite. 22 when he won his first belt. He goes on and says that if you're telling me to make it happen, then I will. Happy Thanksgiving and have a blessed day. So this is allegedly some words from Oscar to the Schofield saying that he's basically advising against it. But if this is what you want, then this is what we'll do. Allegedly. Now, of course, we still many miles away from here in the finish line. But now Oscar, seemingly within 24 hours of the clapback Thursday we just listened to, has now sent this out, and now he has a change of heart, and he's going to do what the Schofields say, fight fans. So that's good stuff, right? That's good stuff, man. I'm happy. I hope Oscar stands by his word and he stands next to this. So now, by us getting that, pretty much this puts Floyd Schofield over the moon, right? He's now over the moon. Let's look at some of the stuff the way that Schofield has been talking to Shakur. I'm gonna put it back on the screen right here, man. Hold on, fight fans. I don't even mean to close that. Let's put it back on the screen. Let's look at some of the stuff that Schofield has been actually saying to Shakur. And look here, fight fan. This is not disrespectful on Schofield's part. He is supposed to be doing this. You know what I'm saying? He is supposed to be doing this. He can't run and hide from this ass whooping. We will show you that your favorite elite fighter isn't built like that. Whew. And he talking that talk. Oh, let me get that out the way. Sorry, man. And he talking that talk, y'all. And he talking that talk. Woo! I like it. I like it. And he talking that talk. Let's keep going. Let's see what else he put on here, man. Oh, he didn't put the Ali joint. And fight fans, I'm sorry. I don't want to get no copyrights, bro. But every time I see this video, I just gotta watch it. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a little bit of it, man, without getting in trouble?
When you get out here, if you're afraid, just smile. Just act like you're happy. I'm not gonna win the fight if I was out thinking like you.
George Foreman. Woo! I'm sorry. Every time I see that video, bro. Anyway, no doubt or fear in our heart. We worked so hard to get this opportunity. Thank you to the ones that believe in going after their dreams. Sometimes dreams come true. And, that's one thing you got to give to Shakur Stevenson. He's literally playing Apollo Creed in this situation. He's literally playing Apollo Creed, giving the young fighter an opportunity, the unknown an opportunity. Shakur don't got to do this. But Shakur, the competitor inside of Shakur Stevenson, making him say, you know what? This is something that probably Tank wouldn't do. This is something that Teo wouldn't do. Devin wouldn't do. None of these cats wouldn't do. I'm a cut above the rest. I'm going to give the young threat who he gets absolutely nothing from beating. Nothing. No one knows Kid Austin right now. He ain't that high on the totem pole right now. Then again, I take that back when it comes to Tank. Tank did give Frank the opportunity, right? Frank didn't have anything to offer Tank, and Tank did give Frank the opportunity. So I take that back from Tank Davis. Tank Davis, he gave a young up and comer opportunity as well. So yeah, I gotta take that back when it comes to Tank. But Shakur doing the same thing, man, and you gotta admire that, bro. You do. That's that we don't see this no more in today's fight game because of the promoter games. You don't see nothing like this. Shakur's in the prime of his career, where at this time he should be looking for all big money fights, big money pay-per-view, legacy defining style fights. But instead, he's saying, you know what? I got a minute. I got a fake injury with Zepeda. I got all of this crap going on. So you know what? Why not? Why not? This is like Apollo Creed and shit. It's like Apollo Creed. Shakur Stevenson versus Kid Austin. What Apollo say? Sounds like a damn monster movie. Sounds like a damn monster movie. Yeah, that's what's up. Muhammad Ali was 22 years old when he defeated Sonny Liston in their 1964 World Heavyweight Championship boxing match. The kid is right. The kid is right. This information aligns with historical records, as Ali won the title by defeating Liston on February the 25th. Yeah, but the one thing that you leaving out right there, though, young kid, is that Ali was going up against a much older Sonny Liston, as you are going up against a in prime, ready to go, top 5 pound for pound fighter that have seen a lot and has a lot of tools in his bag. See, Ali approached that fight with most of the advantages, the athleticism, the youth, the mental games he was playing. You know what I mean? It took Ali a lot to overcome that old dog. But in your case, you're not going against an old dog, bro. You're going up against a young prime champion. There's a major difference between what Ali did and say what Sonny Liston and what you're looking to do, you know? He says this message, the one that we just saw, this message is from Oscar De La Hoya, and it's on Shakur Stevenson. You can't run from this. See, Oscar, this is not Shakur going at your 22-year-old prospect. This is your prospect trying to come off the porch. There's a difference, bro. You just trying to come up with the duck talk. Look, he even got Shakur's resume up here talking shit about Shakur's resume. 10 knockouts, brittle hands. Kid is going to whipping your soft ass. Shakira, they call him Shakira. You know you are not like that. You entered the pro scene as a second place Olympic champion. Oh, hold on, I got to stop right there. He insulting the man's his Olympic medals? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, Shakur. Yeah, now I see why Shakur feeling some kind of way. Bro, Kid Austin is going all the way in. I'm talking in, man. Real spill, fam. Unbelievable. And we wonder why Shakur is pissed off and giving his chance. He's basically calling him brittle hands, saying he got brittle hands. There's more to it. Let's read this whole thing. Hold on, he went in. Hold on. Who at Shakur Stevenson fight that made him an A-level star? Who did he beat? I will wait. Oof. Oof. 10 knockouts in brittle hands. Kid is going to whooping your soft ass, Shakira, and you know that you are not like that. You entered the pro scene as a second place Olympic champion. When did you fight anyone elite? Did you win gold like Oscar? Oof, that's rough. Top Rank did good marketing. You Hey, Shawty going in, man. Top Rank did good marketing, and you like you like you're that guy. Then they realized that you wasn't worth the investment. Hey, hold up, bro. Hey, Shakur, bro. Like, I don't know if there's any opponent that you have faced that has insulted you this much. Even when him and Devin was going back and forth, Devin didn't go this damn hard. Like Kid Austin is going hard, hard. He picking at your Olympic medals. He picking at your resume. He picking at your deals and how top. He's alleging that Top Rank kick you to the curb. And this kid wants a fight, dog. He wants a fight. He goes on and says that Shakur is all hype. His last fight, Artem, was 12-1. This is what I was talking about earlier. We are 18-0. Stop capping, Shakur. You already know. And the new. Whew. Are you going to fake an injury, Shakira? You're soft. Oh, my Lord. You're soft. You said that we fight next, so stop typing. Bro, I don't even think there's nothing left to say after this. If there's nothing as far as should the fight or shouldn't the fight happen, he a prospect, he ain't a bro, man, miss me with all that. Miss me with all that. He's too young. He's running his mouth. Miss me with all of that. This fight has to happen now, bro. I don't know how, but what sanction, how the WBC gonna swing it, because I don't think that Austin is rated in the WBC. This fight gotta happen, bro. Like he is going in, bro. He is going in. Damn. Our promoter at Oscar De La Hoya is signing for us to fight. Stop typing like the fight isn't happening. Let me find out you scared at Shakur Stevenson. The fight is on for February. So stop typing and start training. And don't get scared now and the new. Just have the tissue afterwards. My Lord. The fight is on. Oscar is approving it. So stop capping. There it is right there. Now, here we are at a point now. My guess is, given that we know what Oscar has said, now, of course, they came out with this supposed letter from Oscar. At the end of the day, Kid Austin, remember something. Remember, we're going to look at what Shakur has to say about this, but your fight, clearly, I don't think, as far as making the fight is with Shakur. Shakur sent you the offer. Your fight is with your promoter, making sure that your promoter is not coming up with new ways to new 2025 ways to block and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he's coming up with new ways to block. Like he's just finding ways to block. Your fight is with Oscar. Is Oscar going to let you walk off that porch? Or does Shakur got to come over there and sign a deal like Oscar said a week ago in order to land certain fights? Which one is it? Because Oscar said a lot here. All I know is you came knocking on Shakur's door. Shakur sent the offer. That's all we know. If nothing goes from, don't tell us Shakur don't want to fight. Don't say Shakur's cap. He took the time to send the offer and say, let's go. We heard what your promoter had to say, bro. So, man, make sure you send all this shit to Oscar, man. That's who we waiting on. He looking at once again hanging out Shakur's resume like that. Listen, bro. I don't know if anybody told you though, young Kid Austin, and I ain't, I'm not knocking you going at Shakur like this. I like it, you know what I mean? But I don't know if anybody told you, homie, but let me see, man. As I look at this, yeah, Oscar Valdez and Jamel Herring, man, they on there too. Oscar Valdez and Jamel Herring's on that resume, bro. Those were the two best cats at 130 at that time. Have you ever done anything remotely halfway, one third, one fifth, close to that? So I get it. You know, most of those names we probably read them and go, what? Joet Hoet Gonzalez, Felix Carabello. Yeah, that's all great. But I also see Jamel Hearn. I also see Oscar Valdez. I also see Robinson Conceição, and I also see Edwin De Los Santos. Now, yeah, granted, Autumn, yeah, you're right. Autumn, you know, but I still see some heavy smoke on Shakur's resume, bro. So I hear you. You trying to hang him out there, bro, but we know that Shakur went to 130 and clinked that bad boy out. You know what I'm saying? But he going in. He putting Biggie verses up, separate the weak from the obsolete. Hard to creep in them Brooklyn streets. It's on, nigga. F all the bickering beef. Oh, man. He putting all of the Biggie stuff up there. Look at that, man. Don't get nervous now, Shakur. It don't matter what our promoter feels. You gave us your word. Now live it out. You said if it's pay the duck, then we are next. All a man has is his word and his integrity. We are fighting February the 22nd, correct? Why is he trying to go along this way of trying to put this back on Shakur? I'm noticing this. Hey, look, we're not doing no pivots. We're not going to do no pivots. What did Oscar say? You bouncing this back to Shakur so fast, and you put this little thing out that Oscar supposedly said, but we ain't heard this from Oscar. We know what we heard directly from Oscar. So you telling you, I get it. Y'all making it like it's Shakur, it's on you. Sign the contract. Oh, we're waiting on you. No, Shakur sent y'all the deal. Oscar blocked it. He's waiting on y'all. You know what I'm saying? He's waiting on y'all. Let's let me do this real quick. Hold on. We're gonna listen to what a little bit of Senior got to say, bro. Let's listen to what a little bit of Senior had to say here.
In their opinion, what's up, y'all? We went past the clapback Thursday, so this the fuck it Friday, okay? Woo! It's been a lot. But I want to clear up one thing. We love our promoter. Oscar and Bernard, they love my son. Nothing wrong with them giving their guidance and their opinion, even if they feel like we might get defeated by Shakur. So you know, I don't have no hard feelings to them to voice their opinion out. But at the end of the day, it is like I said, put the fight on. And
stand by.
Now let me clear up something, because this fucking Friday. Who did Shakur fight to make him elite? I'll wait, because he lost in the Olympics. And look at the quality of opponent he lost to. Up there crying like a little girl after he lost. Then he get in a fight with who that made him A-level. Because Top Rank been developed him strategically. Getting him people he could beat up on, and he couldn't even beat up on them. He was running and everything else against C-level fighters. So how they gonna say we not ready for this caliber fighter? He ain't no Tank Davis. He ain't knocking shit out like that. Fuck. So
hold up, bro. Once again, have your son even beat half the caliber of a Oscar Valdez and a Jamel Hearn? Sitting champions. Let me put this on the screen. We can get away with this because he ain't got no music playing. Plus, he was on his own platform. So we can put this on the screen. So stand by, fight fans. But at the end of the day, bro, y'all y'all acting like Oscar Valdez and freaking Jamel Hearn is not right there on that man's resume, bro. I would love to see y'all move up in weight like Shakur did. He moved up in weight to make this happen. Would y'all ever do the same? Damn,
what's up, y'all? Shit out like that. Fuck. So this is fucking Friday. So pardon my energy. And if one of y'all stop it with y'all little Shakur little, I guess, fan club. Don't send no bullshit. Just answer the question. Who did he fight? I want to.
Oscar Valdez and Jamel Hearn cleared out the division, moved up in weight to do it. Sitting champions. Did not Jamel Hearn beat was it Josh Warren? Which one did he beat? Was it Josh Warrington he beat? Oh, no, not Josh Warrington. My guy from Ireland, Frampton, Carl Frampton. What are you talking about? Has your son ever done anything like that? Shakur is in the place that he is in for a reason. Floyd went after Shakur for a reason. Bob went after Shakur for a reason. Jay Prince went after Shakur for a reason. So we're not gonna make it like, oh, Shakur didn't do anything, bruh. He took on the two best of a class. That's one of the biggest accomplishments that you can do as a fighter. Move up and weight to a higher class and beat the best there. The definition of pound for pound.
To see what A-level put him up there like this. He been bluffing his whole fucking career. He got off a lost cried, got signed, getting good paydays to fight cab drivers. And I put up his record so y'all could look, y'all could tag me and let me know who did he fight that made him A-level. Because we gonna fuck him up. Y'all could believe whatever y'all want. When we break his nose and his jaw, his ass is done. So y'all.
Now, I'm gonna say this. Keep it 100 with me, fam. I'm gonna get to some of y'all comments in a second, man. Keep it all the way 100 with me. Did y'all see Kid Austin's last fight? Did y'all see Kid Austin's last fight against Rene Giron, right? Did he not get put on his ass against a journeyman? This is embarrassing to be talking this way about Shakur when in your son's last fight, and I like the kid because he's high on my radar. I do. But I'm not going to act like I didn't see in his last fight him just get put on his ass and have struggles with the left hand all night long. You can go back and watch it, fight fans. You can go back and watch it. How are we talking like this about Shakur, who's never been put down by no journeyman? No one, period, but especially no journeyman. How are we talking this way about Shakur when in your bro? We remember looking at the face of Kid Austin after that last fight? He was marked up like the map of Christopher Columbus. He was marked up, bruh, and put down by an unknown dude, and was walking to left hooks all night. I'm just saying. You don't think that Oscar saw that? You don't think that B-Hop saw that? You don't think that this is the reason why they're calling him a 22-year-old prospect? Why you talking big shit against Shakur? They calling your kid who's in the number 2 position in the WBA a prospect, while you downing Shakur, a certified multi-division champion. Keep this in mind. So that's why it doesn't even make any sort of sense. And it's just embarrassing what you're saying, bro. Your son is coming off being put on his ass. We ain't forget.
Y'all could believe this. Oh, now he want to run to another fighter. Why? Why you want to run to another fighter? Because my promoter said, if y'all want me to do it, I will put the fight on. So it's clear. We fighting, nigga, unless you don't sign your contract. And it's to you, Shakur. Stop being a girl.
I'm starting to think y'all pump faking every time I keep hearing y'all talk like this. This is signaling pump fakish. This is pump fakish, fight fans. Like we just went, like I just said a few minutes ago, bro. We waiting on y'all. They waiting on y'all. They not now. All of a sudden, y'all waiting on Shakur, and then Shakur's waiting on y'all. What kind of bro? I'm telling you, man. Like this boxing shit be so smoke and mirrors, bro. We just don't be a Billy on none of this, man. Now all of a sudden y'all waiting on Shakur. So y'all, I guess what you're saying is y'all have signed, agreed. Oscar's on board, signed and agreed because we don't want no Ryan situation, right? Everyone signed and agreed from Golden Boy. Anything that has anything to do with Golden Boy is signed and agreed. That's what Schofield Sr. is saying. If they're saying it's on Shakur. Okay. I hope Oscar comes out and vouches and backs what y'all saying, or y'all gonna look like the biggest clout chasers in the sport of boxing. Real spill.
Stop being a girl. You gave us your word, so it shouldn't even matter past that. You said if he duck you, we next. I did everything I had to do with my promotional team to, no matter how they felt, to put on this fight. So now the ball in your court. Sign your contract, send us our contract, and let's fight. Prove who you are and stop hiding behind things being all scary, hiding behind Jay Prince.
So there it is. There it is. According to Schofield Sr., they got Oscar in line. Their side is all together. Bernard ain't gonna come out and saying nothing. Oscar ain't gonna come out and saying nothing. What's the other one that they got that runs the company? I forget his name, but he ain't gonna come out and say nothing. No one's gonna say. Everything is done on y'all end. Y'all bucked y'all promoter. Y'all went against the grain. Y'all went against the system, and everything is done. If this is the case, fight fans, then respect, respect. But anything short of what we just said, if Oscar comes out and says otherwise, is an official clout chase, and this is over with. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. So that's what he's saying. The man saying it's all said and done.
Ward, Terrence Crawford. Nigga, you haven't accomplished shit. You got easy belts. Your last opponent was 12-1. We 18-0, and you gotta complain. Oh, I knew they wouldn't let them step in. Nigga.
No. Talk about y'all getting put on y'all ass in the last fight. That's not over. Skip that part. Yeah. Shakur fought a 12-1 guy. Y'all are 18-0. But what about the part that y'all got put on your ass? Let's forget that, huh, man?
Get the fuck out of here. Sign your contract. Let's get in the ring and let's show these people who you really are. All right? Because we know you. We already whipped your ass in there. You could come, oh, I landed one body shot in it. Nigga, stop. One body shot in 4 rounds. Why don't you be honest with them and tell them how good his defense is? Tell them how he outboxed you, Shakur.
What?
But this time we gonna sleep you. All that disrespectful stuff. And I love you. But you.
I gotta see it, bro. I gotta see it. They outboxed Shakur, and I like Austin. And Austin can box. He can move. He's a good little boxer puncher. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta see it to believe it. I gotta see to believe that they outboxed Shakur in sparring or not. I gotta see it to believe it because Shakur tell a different story. So I've never seen Shakur get outboxed by nobody. You might say, man, aggression and a good pressure fighter may hunt down Shakur and stop and grind him to a halt. Shakur being outboxed is hard to even think of. So you telling us that y'all outboxed Shakur Stevenson? Okay, all right. Your son is a bad man, Joe.
You gotta
bad
get an
man.
ass whipping. You gotta get your ass whipping because you disrespecting me, auntie, all that other shit. Nah, come in here with my young boy then. We gonna show you. What's up?
Wow. Don't get no better than that. I like this. Hey, bro, at the end of the day, they got to do this because they know that Shakur doesn't have an incentive to fight him. The more dust that they kick up, the more that this fight would make so much sense for them. I think he got one more. He got one more.
My little Shakur, go to sleep. Nigga, night, nigga. Go to sleep.
Oh, Lord.
Go to sleep.
All right, man. We got to go over to Shakur, man. It's time for us to go. Let's go check out Shakur's page. Let's scroll down some because I'm sure Shakur had a hell of a lot to come back with. And I know we ain't going. It's going to be hard to cover it all. But damn, look, Shakur's just been going in. So let's read through some of the Shakur stuff and see how Shakur answered some of this stuff that Kid Austin had to say. Let's look into this, fight fans. So let's start all the way down here. We on November the 27th. You know what? Let's go down some more. Man. Damn. Okay, cool. All right, we can start about right here. All right, cool. Well, he's talking about Edwin De Los Santos. He's talking about Edwin De Los Santos. Talking about Edwin De Los Santos. So it says that Oscar De La Hoya, this was on the 28th, all right? So this was what, yesterday. So Oscar De La Hoya has not signed off on the proposed WBC lightweight championship bout between Shakur and Floyd Schofield. Now, this is perhaps before Shakur heard about, Oscar coming out being okay with it, but it was being reported that Oscar has not yet signed off on said contract. So, that's how we thought that it was going to end up going. So let's see what now. He gave that clap back Thursday that we went down. Shakur says, exactly, at Kid Austin, talk super big online, but look at your own promoter. Dog, y'all sad. And I sent that to your punk ass prospect because he talk as if he's an elite. Tell that bench player to stop speaking like a starter at Oscar De La Hoya and stay in a child's place. Nice. So Shakur just talking to him like he a little young kid just biting at his heels. Like look, I was minding my business, Oscar. You talking about a 20-something-year-old prospect. So you basically want Shakur off his ass. You want Shakur to leave him alone. Like Shakur said, he's the one doing all of the talking. You want me to leave him alone. Tell him to shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Shakur goes on and says that don't call me wrong for what I already knew. I knew from the jump that nobody was going to let me get in the ring with that little kid. This was just me calling his bluff. That's all. Murtala next. Will Bob allow his investment to fight me? That's all. That's all. Murtala is next. Will Bob allow his investment to fight me? So he's saying basically screw Kid Austin, bring on Murtala, as Oscar is saying. But once again, we're back to, would Shakur be blocked from a Murtala fight? My thing is, look, man, Shakur, you got to understand one thing. This is one thing that, and hopefully I think Shakur get this, and we spoke about this when Shakur originally left Top Rank. You can't leave, and you got to, boxing is all about the relationships, man. You can't leave and go put Top Rank through what you put them through and then turn around and say, okay, now I want to fight your fighter. It ain't going to work that way, man. They're going to do things to block you off, to cut you off, to cut your stock, to lower your stock. They're not going to do you any favors. This is why all of us was wondering, why the hell did Shakur leave Top Rank and go to Eddie to be on fucking Eddie's dead end island and shit and fight no one? And now you looking back towards Top Rank and saying, hey, Top Rank, you got a fighter for me. Yo, it ain't going to work that way. Maybe if he would have stayed with Top Rank and read up another deal with Top Rank, Teo, Loma, Murtala, Baranchek, amongst other fighters would have all been available. But he decided to go with Turkey and Eddie, and there's no one over there outside of Liam Paro that he can't even get Devin Haney to fight at 140. And absolutely no one, Eddie, Turkey, boxing fans, absolutely no one is talking about Devin and Shakur. No one. That should be the fight right there. That's the super fight. And so this is the situation you put yourself in, Shakur. And so look, man, it's gonna be it's gonna be damn near, bro. I don't know what the hell Eddie gonna do for you. None of us do. Oh, that's why it was like, dog, I know you went to Turkey, and Turkey is probably using Eddie to work with you or whatever. But man, like I said in my video, and I know maybe a lot of y'all may not agree with this, and we're gonna pick up on some more Shakur stuff, but a lot of y'all may not agree that if Oscar is telling Shakur to come sign with me, you because Oscar called him a free agent, and he's saying come sign with me in order to do something, I say do it. I know a lot of y'all might be like, nah, man, that's not the way to go. Then tell me what the hell can Eddie do for him? If Eddie's relationships with PBC is in the tank, when Bob gives Eddie fighters, when Bob is ready to give Eddie fighters, not when Eddie is ready to do it. It's when Bob has no other places to move his fighters, and then, you know what, fine, I'll let you loan them off to you for one fight or so. But that's not the case right here. Eddie and Oscar can't get on the same page. They've been digging at each other ever since Canelo left Oscar for Eddie. So Shakur chose to go over there with Eddie. You got to understand, Eddie is a UK promoter. You know what I'm saying? I like when I see Shakur bigging up Eddie, saying, oh, Eddie don't mind doing the fights and boom, boom, boom. No, Eddie does his American talent that way. He'll throw y'all to the wolves all day in the paint. Why? Because he's invested a lot of money in it, to a lot of y'all. Now, of course, he wants to get his returns back, as we're going to talk about with Jaron Boots Ennis. But at the end of the day, he would throw his American talent in there with other top fighters, because he don't move them the same as he moves his UK talent. He just doesn't. Mainly because his American talent requires much more money. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Let me see what some of the fam is talking about. My bad out there, fight fans. We got a little hung up. Let me scroll on back. I see some of the fam is on deck. I got Jerry up in here. I got my main man, Muhammad Tola up in here. GK Black on deck. I got Chastity Thomas up in here. What up, sis? What's up with you? Salute. Jerry says, yo, man, nobody wants to fight Shakur Stevenson. He has no fans, and he is boring. No one was calling him boring prior to the Elwin De Los Santos fight. He fights Edwin De Los Santos the way he fights him because he was injured, and now he cannot escape the Bourne stereotype. That's why I need Shakur to get in there on this next fight and really lay some leather, because he do need to get rid of that jacket. I don't think that he Bourne. I just think that he is fundamentally sound. I think that what he does is going to take him much longer in the game than a lot of other fighters is going to go. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So I don't think what he does is Bourne, bro. And he definitely has a fan base. Ask them kids, ask them cats up in New Jersey, man. Do they love Shakur? Salute, main man, into the chat. Congratulations for that W last Sunday. And on top of that Thursday, Muhammad told her, that's what we do. That's what we do. 2 times in less than 7 days on they ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we do. That's just what we do. Oscar was a gold medalist. No comparison, bro. Oscar was a gold medalist. Yeah, but and also Oscar's first title fight, he for the old man. For the old man, too. And Oscar also got away with some gifts. Oscar also got away with some gifts, aka Sweet Pea. I'm just saying, he got away with some gifts. He got away with some gifts. He got away with some gifts. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know. I don't know. Oh no, Ali was a gold medalist. Yeah, they was gold medalists. I get it. So what? It's nothing wrong with being a silver medalist in the Olympics. Now we're gonna make it like a silver medalist is wrong. Like, nah, I get it. Gold is the best. Gold is great. But dog, Floyd didn't win the gold. Floyd didn't win the gold. He went the same route as Shakur. And he cried just like Shakur. And what did Floyd say? I never wanted. He threw it away. He didn't want to even look at it no more. So let's not make it like since Shakur won a silver medal, that he's on some sort of second place or something. You know what I mean? You got to understand, Oscar. He only got Virgil and wants to keep Floyd away from Shakur while he's building him. Well, if that's the case, then he need to keep Floyd Schofield from jumping off the porch. It's Schofield. It's not Shakur looking for Schofield. It's Schofield looking for Shakur. So if you feel that way, then he need to talk to Schofield Sr. and pull him back, because after what we saw in that last fight, I gotta say, if you asking me, main man, do you think that Kid Austin is ready for Shakur? I would say probably not, but that doesn't mean that he shouldn't fight him. That doesn't mean there's a lot of up and coming young fighters who probably not ready. But when they get pushed into that moment, they get ready, or something kicks in, or he's making it like he wants to fight. He may not be ready. You know what I mean? We saw what we saw in his last fight, but he feels as though he's ready, and that's good enough for us. You know what I mean? It's good enough for us. Oscar kept Munguia away from any threats for years, too, even when he was Boo Boo Mando, only to feed the kid to Canelo, knowing that he wasn't ready for that step up. Yeah, he fed the kid to Canelo for money. Simple as that. Not to mention, Oscar's in a co-promotion situation with Munguia. So though Oscar may have had his issues with Canelo, what did the other promoter say? You know what I'm saying? It comes down to stuff like that. You know what I mean? But you're right, though. I mean, Munguia wasn't ready for Canelo. Munguia's progression has been so slow. It's been so slow. It's like, bro, we can't keep watching Munguia on Groundhog Day fight the sea level, beat the sea level, get into these rock'em sock'em robot fights with the sea level, and they keeping them away from the top floor. Like with Munguia, though, bro, it's just like his progression is so slow. You know what I mean? That's the only thing with him. Kid Austin wants to smoke. Give it to him. Give him the smoke. He knows what's at stake. Facts. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. That's his father, not Kid writing all of that, says Chastity. That's his father? You think so? So I want to hear Oscar vouch for it. I want to hear Oscar stamp that supposed email or letter or whatever it is that they showed. You know what I mean? I want to hear, because how did Oscar change his mind from Thursday to Friday? That was one fast turnaround. So let's wait and listen for Oscar's word on all of this. You know what I'm saying? That's what it all comes down to. Curve versus Valdez did over 1 million views on ESPN, and they were the 1 and 2 at 130. Big facts. Big facts. Something that only Kid Austin can only hope and dream to doing throughout the course of his career. Move up in weight and wipe out a champion. That ain't easy to do for no fighters. How many fighters do we see when they move up in weight, instead of going straight to the weight, make a pit stop at a catch weight and say, well, instead of going to 47, I'll go to 43 or I'll go to 44. Why? Because it ain't easy. It ain't easy, fight fans. Danny Garcia, 140, he's a freaking legend. He has to go to a catch weight before he gets to 47, just to be sure. Gets to 47 and we don't recognize him no more. Tell me I'm lying. One weight class, one, changed his total whole identity as a fighter. That's how important, that's how serious it is when you move up in weight. So for them to be flushing Shakur, like Shakur did nothing by moving up and beating on Valdez and beating on Herring, man, they tripping, bro. They are tripping. You know what I mean? Tripping, man. You surely can't count the Santos fight. That was embarrassing. I want to see somebody else beat Edwin then, bro. I want to see it. Y'all be always writing these fighters off, man. Edwin is a tough SOB. I want to see somebody get in there and battle with Edwin De Los Santos like that, and be tough man against Edwin De Los Santos. Shakur is not supposed to use the tools in his tool bag. He ain't supposed to use the tools in his tool bag, Jerry, for real. If he got mobility and athleticism and the ability to use his defensive upper body movement in such a way that you can't touch him, why is he not supposed to use these things? That he's supposed to use them. And so for Edwin De Los Santos, that was on him. That was all on him. He couldn't land the glove on Shakur. That was on him. Shakur ain't supposed to stand there and say, Edwin, hit me. I'm going to stand right here. I'm going to put my chin right here, Edwin. Hit it. Just hit it. Hit it as hard as you want. He ain't supposed to do that. He is supposed to win with the talents and the tools that he has, fight fans. Now tell me I'm lying. We love money. We love when Floyd did it, though, right? Love when Floyd did it, though, right? They always talk power, says Pooh Dangles. What up with you, bro? Yeah, man, like power is everything, bro. Come on, bro. You talking about the dude who gets landed on the least in the entire sport of boxing. Shakur has the best or the least landed percentage on him in the entire sport. You can be powerful all day, but you got to land that power. And you got to make sure that you don't walk into trap after trap after trap. Because when I go back to that Jaron fight, bro, you was walking into the left hand like it was like you just was in love with it. Like you wanted to kiss the man's left hand. That left hand was landing all night long. It was working. Shakur is a southpaw. What style has Kid Austin been facing to get him prepared for Shakur, or does it not matter? Because that last dude fights absolutely nothing like Shakur. Nothing. So has he been prepped? Or is we just, man, he sparred Shakur, so he already know what to expect because he's already been in a sparring match with Shakur. Man, damn sparring, bro. Damn sparring. I'm talking full-fledged, full-on contact. It's on your record, legacy. You take a loss, your stock take a hit. That means you don't make as much money. That type of situation where it matters. He's never seen nothing like this. We'll see. We'll see. Valdez was a 2-division champ when Kuro faced him and wiped him out. Easy work. Easy work. Remember how he took on the Jamil Hearn fight, how he was laughing at Bomac and them and telling Bomac and them that y'all already know what's about to happen to this dude. He might be a champ and he touching Jamil Hearn's belt. Remember that shit? He grabbed Jamil. Man, let me see this jump, man. Maybe that's a nice little belt you got right there. What's that on red? Oh, it's red. Okay, cool. I'm gonna hold on to that pretty soon, bro. Just touching the man belt, disrespecting the man championship lineage, all that, man. Disrespecting Bomac and them, Jim, laughing at Bomac and them, wanting to teach them a lesson. We forgot all of that shit. How mean he approached that situation. And when Jamil Hearn acted like he didn't want Shakur touching his belt, Shakur looked at him like, what? Man, you better stand there and let me touch your belt. And you ain't gonna do nothing. Let me touch that belt. It's soft and all that. Yeah, this is nice. This is really nice. It's red. Oh, okay, cool. What you gonna do? That's how he was looking at Hearn, man. Bro, Shakur mean. I don't know who the hell is Schofield Senior talking about, because he damn sure ain't talking about the Shakur Stevenson that I know. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, bro. Real talk. You feel me, fam? You feel me? Yes, sir. I don't believe that they are scared, but they are aware of their position with Golden Boy. Yeah, they are. And but once again, if this all comes full circle and they pushed Oscar into and Bernard into this, I take my hats off to the Schofields. I really, really do. For them to push this hard, buck their side, this is what we ask fighters to do all the time. You know, take control of your career, go after the fights that matter. You take the fights that you want. We ask fighters to do this all the time. So if the Schofields are not clout chasing and they do this full circle, man, respect, bro. Total respect, man. Total respect. And a lot of you young fighters can learn from it. And keep in mind, even if Kid Austin went in there and lost to Shakur, he put his best foot forward, his stock still goes up. We don't wipe him off. He ain't, we looking at Frank Martin nowadays, you know what I mean? Like, yo, Frank, you got stopped in 5, homie. Like, that was one of the easiest Tanks fight that we saw. You know what I'm saying? So his stock dropped. Frank might gotta go back to scratch, you know what I'm saying? But if young Kid Austin give a good showing, take 3-4, a good 4 of contentious rounds, his stock on raise. And people going to definitely still want to see him fight. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to say he lost to a pound for pound fighter, one of the best fighters in the world. That don't mean nothing. That's how people going to approach it. But he go in there and stink it up. Oh, nah, he going back to scratch with Frank. He going to be standing right over there with Frank. Frank say he going to 140 though, fam. Real spill. That's a fact, man. His daddy runs his accounts. So let me find out. We're gonna find out in due time. We are and bro, I'm telling you, I don't know who's gonna be the worst father in the sport after that. Whether it's gonna be Bill Haney, whether it's gonna be Brian Norman Sr., or whether it's gonna be Floyd Schofield Sr., bro. Who's gonna be the biggest clout chasing father in the sport of boxing? Lord have mercy, because all of them gotta they can get that prize and shit, man. Real spill, man. I did not hear Oscar say that he would not allow the fight. He just criticized Stevenson for trying to fight a guy with no championship experience. Oscar's not going to come out and just flat out say, no, I'm not going to do the fight. I'm not expecting for him or any promoter, for that matter, to come out and speak like that. Bob, every now and again, he'll put it out there in plain language like that. But when it comes to Eddie, when it comes to Oscar, they are slick. They say certain words that if you don't catch it, and if you don't see their sentiments, you won't catch it. You know what I'm saying? For example, when we hear Oscar say in the Zepeda situation, Zepeda got options. Oh, he has options. So when we hear that, of course, that's not him saying, oh, Zepeda and Shakur is not going to fight. That's not what he's saying. He's saying, oh, no, but Zepeda has options, right? So that's telling us, you letting it be known that he got options. You saying what this is promoter crap. You know what I'm saying? You saying without saying, oh, we're not going to do that fight. And so it's look at Eddie in the Boots situation that we about to talk about. If 1 minute they want to stay at 47, the next minute it's up to the networks. You acting like you so hands off when you know damn well that you got more in your control than that. Read between the lines type shit. Do we know that Eddie, if he wanted to do the Brian Norman fight, if he really wanted to do that fight, could he have done it? 100%. 100, but he chose to pull away at just the right time. And all we've heard, oh, well, Boots is going to unify 147, 147, unifications. That's all we hear. So am I expecting him to say all of a sudden, Boots going to pop up at 154? They're not going to say that, Jerry. You know that, bro. But what they're going to do is say and talk around it a certain kind of way where you just got to put the shit together. Man, these promoters are slick, man. These promoters are slick. You're not going to look silly. He is going to throw a punch. You saying Shakur's jumping out 4 feet, jumping 4 feet out of range? Bro, Shakur is using range and distance in a educated fashion. That's calling using range and distance. That's what he's supposed to do. If he got the range and distance advantage, if he got the feet advantage to jump in and jump out, that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to use those type of abilities. It's on the opponent to figure out, well, what do I have to do to get to this dude? Or what is his weak point? What is his weak spot? I got to figure that out. Do you bleed? That's on them. We're not going to make boxing easy. It ain't never been easy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't never been easy. So all of a sudden, we're going to make it easy now. Nah, don't work that way, bro. Don't work that way. Don't work that way. So let's keep on going, man. So this is what Shakur had to also say. You got to respect Eddie. He is not scared of letting his fighters fight against other fighters. Also, when fighters lose, he don't just drop them. He understands fighters are not going to win every time out. Like I said, one of the best promoters out here. I do respect Eddie for that. Like I said, when it comes, I don't see Eddie when it comes to his American talent, especially as this overall big protector. I just don't. I think when it comes to his American talent, he'll do it. He'll do it. It's, as long as hopefully his American talent got an advantage. But when it comes to certain fighters, his UK talent, his Conor Benns, his Anthony Joshua's, no, those are the ones that he walk around and put that protection around. You know what I'm saying? His money makers in the UK, no. In Boots' case, I think honestly, it's hard to say, but honestly, I know a lot of people may not agree with me here, but I've made my case for this over the course of the last few weeks, fight fans. If y'all was really listening, I just think that Eddie, as wild as this might sound, I just don't think that he thinks Boots is that good. I think that he paid in heavily for Boots from what he's seen from Boots, but the more now that he's next to him, I think that he's trying to slow Boots down and say, you know what? No, you're not quite as ready as I thought you were. That's what I think. And I think that Eddie doesn't want to see his investment go up in smoke in Boots so early. So he's probably giving him the AJ and the Conor Ben treatment to a certain degree. You know what I mean? But I hear you though, Shakur. Eddie can do all of that, but can Eddie get you a dance partner? That's all we give a damn about. Can Eddie get you a dance partner? Exactly. Yeah, Kid Austin talks super big online, but look at your own promoter. Dog, y'all are sad. And I sent that to your punk ass prospect because he talked as if he's elite. Oh, we already went through that one. Damn. He's talking about what somebody said. Oh, Robert Garcia Boxing says that Raymond was offered to fight you when you fought Artem. We said yes. You chose someone else. Now that you're on your 10th option, we're supposed to stop where we have planned to accommodate you. Shakur says, yo, offered to fight me by who? You better check in with Top Rank. They ain't me for ish about Raymond, so stop lying. Y'all sit here and call my name over and over, and now I say what up. Now you telling me you're fighting Zaire Abduliev for a vacant belt. It is better opportunity than fighting me. Nah, you can't be running back over to the Top Rank, bro. Can't do it, man. Can't do it. I want to hear what Eddie. I wonder what Eddie got to say about this. Let me get this off the screen real quick. Let's see what Eddie got to say. Let's see what Eddie got to say.
Floyd Schofield
Let's go back.
It's not our responsibility who accepts a fight against Shakur. Our responsibility is Shakur Stevenson and make the most compelling fight for him that can be made. Zepeda was the fight. We all agreed it. He apparently injured his hand in that fight. He doesn't want the fight anymore. So we go away. Could be Murataya, could be Floyd Schofield, could be all these guys that are calling Shakur out. It's not our responsibility to let you know if it's the right time for them. Schofield's been calling out Shakur for ages with his dad and with the team. If he's ready for the challenge, I like the fight. I think he's a great young fighter. And I don't think it's ever a good time to fight Shakur Stevenson because I think he's a pound-for-pound great. But if you want to roll the dice against a true great for great money, it's there for you. So it's because...
I got to agree with every word that Eddie just said. I agree with everything that he just said right there. See, I don't think that Eddie would, especially with the names that have just been said, Murataya, Schofield, Zepeda, like Eddie would make all of those fights in a heartbeat. All very winnable fights for Shakur. Very, very winnable fights for Shakur. Eddie would make those in a heartbeat. Not to mention, he doesn't have nowhere to take Shakur. So it's like all of those fights would be great, and he would love to make every single. I believe Eddie, every word that's coming out of his mouth, he'd make those fights in a heartbeat. Those are winnable fights, good fights for Shakur, good recognizable fights for Shakur, and definitely much more than Eddie can ever offer him or offer Shakur. So I believe Eddie when he says that he would make those fights and he sent offers to these guys and all of that. I actually believe Eddie in those cases. I really truly do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know a lot of y'all may not believe Eddie a lot of stuff that come out of his mouth, but in this case, because he has nowhere to take Shakur, I gotta honestly say I believe him. So let's put it back on the screen here, man. What Shakur, what more did he had to say on his Twitter? So he goes on and says that say please, just accept the fight. I hate you talkative ass. Don't bitch up and make no excuse after I punish you at Kid Austin. Don't forget everything that you said. Just tell your promoter, make it happen. If y'all signed, tell your promoter to make sure that it gets back to us, please. Thanks. And this was as recent as 5 hours ago, fight fans. So, you know, the Schofields are saying that they signed. It's all said and done on their end. As recently as 5 hours ago, Shakur is still waiting for this supposed signed contract, term sheet, whatever, to get back to them so he can sign his end. He clearly hasn't gotten it back yet. So we will see if Oscar is going to send off to Shakur what he needs to make that all happen. He goes on. Let me see something here. Chill, auntie. I've been drugged. Floyd says, all we ask for is drug testing just to make sure that this is all clean. Fair, right? Let's put on a great show for the fans. We will give you your rematch. So it's nothing to fear at Shakur Stevenson, at Eddie Hearn. Damn. Chill, auntie. I've been drug tested my whole career. I don't go in the ring without getting drug tested. No excuses when I treat that little N-word. The question is about this, and even with the drug testing, is what more than likely this will have to go down for the WBC. We got a problem here, fight fans. There's one big problem that neither man is talking about, or either promoter. And this can come back and bite us in the ass when it comes to this fight. Let's put this on the screen so y'all can kind of follow with me on this. We got a small problem though. I hear them and them mentioning drug tests just kind of reminded me of this small problem. Well, the issue is 135 over here with the WBC. Okay, that's over here to the far left. We got nobody in number one, right? Nobody. Murray Tyler, Keyshawn Davis, Isaac Cruz, Edwin De Los Santos, Andy Cruz, Abduliev, Frank Martin, Gustavos Limos, Naokis, all of these guys, Cordana, Tevin Farmer, Artem. No Kid Austin. Now, we know when it comes to these title fights that you got to be ranked in the top 10 or 15 in a lot of cases of the sanctioning body to get that fight. Kid Austin is not rated at all in the WBC, but he is number 2 in the WBA. So how are we going to line up a fight with Kid Austin and Shakur when neither one of them are in the same damn sanctioning body? Huh? How are we going to do this? Presto changeo, he going to pop us up as number 1? I know the WBC make magic happen, fight fans. I do. But we got Kid Austin nowhere on the damn radar. How is the sitting champion of the WBC going to fight someone that's not in the top 10 or 15 of the WBC? How? Is this smoke and mirrors, bruh? How? Shakur's here. Schofield is here. How are we doing this, bruh? So something got to get worked out. That got to be happening. So the reason I brought that up, because when they said drug testing, you know, we know the WBC normally uses VADA. That's why I was going to mention. So this fight more than likely will have to happen for the WBC in order for Shakur to keep his belt. So I don't know, man. I have no idea on how that magic is going to happen, fight fans. We've seen We've seen it happen before, right? I know one specific division that we seen a champion pop up high in the weight class out of nowhere, and that is at 154. When it comes to Earl Spence Jr., all of a sudden being rated number one in the WBC at 154. Now that came out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere. So we've seen the WBC do it. I'm not saying it can't be done, but I'm saying it hasn't been done. And Kid Austin is no Earl Spence. Now Earl got, fan base attached to his name, money attached to his name. Can't say the same about Kid Austin. Would the WBC do this for Earl? Yes. Would they do this for Canelo? Yes. But would they do this for Kid Austin? I don't know. It just takes the promoter to do something, call up old Mauricio and brown paper bag, brother. That's all I can say. So we want to see how they work that out, man. That's one big obstacle that they got to overcome in that fight. But normally stuff like that can be seen as kind of small potatoes, but it ain't like Kid Austin is a big name, bro, and he ain't done nothing. So hopefully sanctioning body doesn't be the one to get involved to block this. And one of these promoters, the way this game played, fight fans, I know a lot of y'all don't maybe understand and know this. One of these promoters, whether it be Oscar or Eddie, can easily call up the WBC and say, do not rank Kid Schofield. I mean, Oscar can easily call the no, we don't want him ranked. Oh, I can't do the fight. I would love to have done it, but he's not rated in the WBC. I can't make them make the fight. So to the real live boxing fans out there, keep your third eye open, because this just may be the issue that comes around and bite us in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. So I think that's about as far as it goes. So that's pretty much where we at right now. This fight has a lot of promise, man. I want to see it, fight fans. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I definitely want to see the fight. And I respect the Schofields for what they doing. But do I think they ready? Nope. Don't think they ready. But got to get ready, right? Just got to get ready. So it should be something to see, man. Kid Austin is calling out Shakur like it's medieval times. Plus, he's probably confident if he saw the Cowboys win, anything is possible. Look here, man. You know what I mean? Hey, look. I told him earlier, Muhammad told him, we win the ones that matter. When it comes to the Commander game and when it comes to the Thanksgiving game, the one that everybody gonna be watching, those are the ones that we want. And that's all that matters, brother. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. So let's move on, man, before this is all said and done. Like I said, just to kind of wrap this up, that's where we pretty much ended at. Shakur Stevenson is now waiting for this said contract to be sent back to him so he can sign it. And if he signs it, if Oscar's on board, Schofields have already signed it, like they said. If their word is their bond and their word is true, let's hope that we get a fight. And let's hope at the 12th hour that the WBC doesn't come out and just shut this whole thing down because Schofield is not in their rankings. Let's just all keep our third eye open for that. Now, look here, man. I want to speak a little bit about this. Now, we've been talking a lot about this situation here when it comes to Boots. And so Eddie Hearn is pretty much out here letting it be known that in the Boots, you know what? Let's just let Eddie say it. Let's let Eddie say it. We got the audio. Why not? Let's just let Eddie say it. Let me put it on the thing real quick. Let's let Eddie say it, man. All right, we're gonna hide that. All right, let's listen to Eddie, man. Let's listen to what Eddie got to say about Jaron Boots Ennis, man.
When we did our interview on Tuesday at Pat Brown's media lunch, I think when he went out, a lot of people were surprised of the 147 talk.
Yeah.
Was that something which was proposed to you,
yes,
or was it something you guys wanted?
Yeah, we were proposed a fight at 147. I think whether it's a communication issue or whatever, I was quite surprised because obviously Ortiz was 147, but just recently moved to 54. We're happy to move to 54, but we just got to get our ducks in a row regarding the championship at 147. Can we?
Hold on for a second. He said that the fight, I'm going to go back to the beginning. He said that they proposed, the Virgil side, Virgil and Oscar, He's saying it could have been a bad communication issue or something to that effect, but they proposed the fight to be at 47. I'm not, listen, bro. I'm not calling Eddie a liar. I'm just saying I don't believe that. I find it hard to believe that Oscar and Virgil, who's had all of these health issues when it comes to him, and they said one of the reasons why he had one of the issues that he had was because of the weight loss, right? Of the weight cuts. So you telling me that they are willing to, they sent you a contract or an offer, should I say, for them to fight at 147. And I'm supposed to believe that, fight fans. Let's keep going.
When we did our interview on Tuesday at Pat Brown's media lunch, I think when he went out, a lot of people were surprised of the 147 talk.
Yeah.
Was that something which was proposed to you, or
Yes,
was it something you guys wanted?
Yeah, we were proposed a fight at 147. I think
They were
whether
proposed.
it's a communication issue or whatever, I was quite surprised because obviously Ortiz was 147, but just recently moved to 54. We're happy to move to 54, but we just got to get our ducks in a row regarding the championship at 147. Can we unify in February or March, or if not, do we just let the belt go and make our move? You know, I like the Ortiz fight. I think he's a very good fighter, and I think it's a good style for Jaron. But it's a big decision, and that decision will come, like I said, in the next 24 hours.
Would you say he's...
So he says that this is a big decision, and this decision will come within the next 24 hours of whether or not Jaron Boots Ennis wants to leave 147, move up to 154, and challenge Virgil Ortiz. So he says initially the offer was at 47, but now he saying that I guess the fight is going to be proposed at 154. And so Jaron Ennis has to make this decision of, do he hold on to that IBF belt at 147 with his kung fu grip? Or does he say, screw this belt, I can't get a unification with none of these cats. Brian Norman is pricing himself out. You know what I mean? Stanionis don't even know when he gonna fight. Mario Barrios is looking to fight Pacquiao, and everybody else popping up on different cards and ain't even barely mentioning Boots. And so this puts Boots in a situation. Fans are saying, main man, we want to see Jaron Ennis go to 54. Some of y'all out there are saying, yo, main man, after that Karen fight, I don't know how good that Jaron Ennis is going to be at 154. And so the question is, I guess, Bozy and Boots must be sitting at the dinner table right now, trying to figure out what's the next move. The next move got to be the best move. But what's the decision? That is a hard decision to make. I can easily see it and say, yeah, I want to see him go to, he should go after Virgil. It's a huge fight. It's a great fight. It's going to engulf the sport of boxing. It's going to be huge for both fighters, for their legacies. It's going to be a big moment. But if that moment go left, you sacrifice your title, you move up to 54, and you don't get the job done, where would this leave Boots Ennis? I think, honestly, Boots should maybe make one more attempt with Brian Norman, which I don't see them being, I don't know. I don't think Bob wants to do it, bro. I don't think that Bob would. I think in that case, it's not the Normans and it's the Normans, but it ain't the Normans. It's the same way we got with Schofield. It's the same situation. They probably want to jump off the porch so bad, but Bob is not going to let them walk out of his stable with that WBO belt. It's not going to happen. Not especially with Bob knowing that there's a really good chance that Norman loses. Now Boots then walked away with the WBO belt, which has always been Bob's baby at 147, and we all know that. I always go back to this example: Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. The first agreement that those two made was, and they got on the same page fast on, was if Floyd beat Manny, that he was going to relinquish the WBO belt first, just so Bob can get that back in his stable. That's Bob's baby. You know what I'm saying? When Terrence Crawford walked out with it, Bob had to get his fighters maneuvered in the sanctioning body to make sure that whenever Bud gave that belt up, that it fell on a top ranked fighter. And so when we look at Boots and Brian Norman, I say the reason that situation don't get off the ground is because of Bob. They told the public that they wanted to make a certain amount of money to cover their taxes and all of that jazz. So Brian Norman can walk away with so they can pay Bob. So they can pay Bob to get them off their ass. That's what they needed the extra money for. You don't think that Eddie knew that? Y'all don't think that Eddie knew that? And without that, ain't nothing gonna happen. Nothing gonna happen. So my deal is, in Boots' case, if he can't get on the same page, no way, no how, with the Normans, there's no use to sitting around wasting time waiting on Stanionis and Barrios. It just ain't. Then you got to make that move, bro. That's just, I get, it's a hard decision. You got to vacate your title, go to 154, and take on the threatening Virgil Ortiz. What say y'all, fight fans? Is it a good move? It's a hard decision. But Boots is the biggest 47-pound. He's ready for 54 size-wise. Size-wise, he's definitely ready for 154. The question is skill-wise, from what we've seen in that current fight. Do y'all feel comfortable or confident that Boots goes up to 154 and be just as big a force that he is at 47? But he got to make the decision. He can't keep running in place. There is no more Karen fights. There is no more Karen rematches. There's no one left. And if Boots takes another lower tier fight, it's going to start to hurt his stock. Most importantly, fight fans, listen, Eddie, you're going to have to take Boots out of Philly. Boots been in Philly too long. And he's starting to try to please the crowd. You got to get him away from home. So then now he got to get in there with a dance partner that can be put somewhere else. Because, yeah, you might can get away with Karen and Boots in Philly. But if you're going to take Boots outside of Philly to stop making them stop please that crowd, you're going to need a bigger name. And so that's what Boots is looking at, fight fans. And so in that case like that, I say, listen, if you can't get on board with the Normans, there's nothing left at 47 to hang around for. Boots got a hard decision. The question is, how much does Eddie believe? This is what I always come back to. Eddie's actions has been telling me way different when it comes to Boots. Eddie's excuse for this particular Virgil Ortiz situation then changed 3 or 4 times. I thought we was waiting on DAZN. I thought the last time he told us, oh, well, if DAZN wants it, then it's definitely going. I guess we're beyond that point now. Now, because they said it, they're sitting down there talking, but Eddie's seeming like the decision hasn't been made whether or not Boots is leaving 47 or going to 54. It's a hard decision, fight fans. I get it, but I don't know how. I mean, it really ain't that hard. You ain't got Brian Norman, brother. You ain't got nothing.
When we did our interview on Tuesday at Pat Brown's media lunch, was that something which was proposed to you, or was it something you guys wanted?
Yeah, we were proposed a fight at 147. I think whether it's a communication issue or whatever, I was quite surprised because obviously Ortiz was 147, but just recently moved to 54. We're happy to move to 54, but we just got to get our ducks in a row regarding the championship at 147. Can we unify in February or March? Or if not, do we just let the belt go and make our move?
But do we unify at 147? Is this Boots or is this Eddie? It's hard to say. But when I hear that but, that's that promoter shit right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Muhammad Tola says, yo, Boots should stay away from Virgil for at least 2 more years. He ain't got 2 more years of nobody's to fight. Like I said, without it hurting his stock, he ain't got 2 more. The fans are not going to give Boots another 2 years of fighting Karens and freaking, the lower tier, bro. They not going to fans running low on patience when it comes to Jaron Ennis. You know what I mean? Especially all of that calling out. He supposedly wanted the Crawford smoke. He supposedly wanted the Earl smoke. And now here we are that he's faced with the Virgil. They're like, hold up, we might want to make sure that everything's there's nothing at 47. And so look, he can't be doing that. And then he ain't got 2 years, bro. He ain't got 2 years. He ain't got 2 years, man. He ain't got 2 years. Made Bud Crawford give up his belt? Nah, you ain't got 2 years. Nah, bro, you wanted that email belt. Nah, bro, now you going to be considered as some sort of champion. He got to move as such. He has to move as such. Ortiz versus Boots, one of the very best matchups in boxing, says Jerry. 100%. The fight is off the charts. One of the best matchups in the sport, bro. And not to mention a bit of a history. We've been wanting that fight for years, since 47. Man, without a doubt, 50-50 for sure, bro. 50-50 for sure. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's just a hell of a fight, dog. It's a hell of a fight. I always say Virgil versus anybody is a hell of a fight, but Virgil and Boots, man, dog, like there can be so many different scenarios, so many ways that fight can really go, man. What up to my main man Rasta out there, man? Salute to you, Rasta. Hope all is well, bro. What up, main man? Hope all everything is good with you. Salute to the chat. Boots is Boo Boo 2.0 for Eddie. Oh, hey, we hoping that, dog. He drove Boo Boo into some Boo Boo. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, he couldn't get a fight for Andre for nothing. See, that is the prime example that we all use and watch and remember. And we see Boots and we see Shakur and we say, we remember what happened with Andre. We don't need that happening with them two. You know what I'm saying? That was the biggest fear that I had with Boots signing with this dude, man. Real talk. They gonna turn his ass into Boo Boo 2.0, man. You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. Bob gets paid no matter what. Yeah, he gets paid no matter what. But if he got paid out of what Eddie had offered them, how much they have walked away with after paying Bob and taxes and so on and so forth, managers and all. Because I remember when they were breaking that down during that time, right? They was just speaking about the taxes and the managers and the trainers and how much that Brian Norman will walk away. According to the father, he wanted his son to walk away with $1 million after all expenses have been taken away. Well, guess what? Eddie offered 1.7. So after all expenses were taken away, and they included the trainer and the manager and the taxes, they didn't mention Bob. So after the manager, the trainer, and the taxes from that 1.7, yeah, Brian would have been under $1 million. What happens also when Bob takes his chunk? Then that 800,000 that Brian was going to probably be looking at, or now Bob going to take about 400,000 of that. So they when they was out here talking that shit, bro, they didn't include what they got to throw back the top rank. They included taxes, managers, and lawyers, and yada yada yada. They didn't mention Bob one time. They know they got to pay Bob that money, and that's why they needed more money. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps, you know what I mean? Allegedly, you know. What about what you seen in Ortiz's last fight? Knocked down twice, maybe did not deserve a win. Facts. Ortiz had to go life and death with Boachuk in that last fight. But I also rate Boachuk to be a good fighter. It's not like I put Boachuk in the shit bin. You know what I'm saying? Like Boachuk is, from what I see of him, he's a decent fighter. He's a hard test for a lot of fighters. And you got to also remember that was Ortiz on short notice fighting Boachuk. His original fight was Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu fell out of the way. So for him to take Boachuk on short notice, yeah, he might have got put down, and yeah, he had to overcome some obstacles, but Boachuk is a highly rated fighter. None of us know who the hell Karen was. Like, no one saw Karen, never checked him out. Now, all we knew about Karen was what we saw in the first Boots fight. And the same mistakes that I see Boots making, I see him making in numerous fights. Not just in the current fight, but other fights as well. You feel me? And in Virgil's case, man, that was Virgil trying to. Then on top of that, he had a quick turnaround. Remember, he got rid of his previous opponent before Boachuk in like 1 round. What was it? Was it like Tomas Delorme or somebody like that? And he got rid of him in like 1 round. Then he turned right back around and wanted to get right back in there with Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu fell through because of the cut or his health situation or whatever, and he ended up in there short notice with Boachuk, and he went square at him, bro. Square at him. So yeah, but Virgil got some issues too. I'm not saying that Virgil is issueless. We just more so just kind of focusing on Boots. You know what I'm saying? We get that fight, we'll focus a lot more on Virgil as well. For sure. So main man, we're gonna act like Virgil didn't just get dropped 3 times in his last fight. That's what Last of a Dying Breed said. Yeah, he did. He definitely did. But once again, who do you consider to be a better opponent? Boachuk or fucking Karen? Which one do y'all consider to be the better op? Not to, and see, Boachuk gonna be going in there with is it Madrimov in this next fight? That's gonna be a good ass fight. That's gonna be watch that fight. That's gonna be a good ass fight, Boachuk and Madrimov. And y'all gonna see, man. Boachuk, man, he hit hard. I told you, he reminds me of Dimitri Perot. He reminds me of for those who don't know him, for back in the day, Dimitri Perot. He reminds me exactly of him. Boots will be offered the Eggman. Now, Eggman under protection. See, if Eddie was serious, he would have already been talking about Conor Benn versus Jaron Ennis. If he was serious, right? We would have been right there already. He wouldn't have had to been calling up Bob. He wouldn't have had to been calling up nobody, right? He turned down Blair to Flair, like Blair go play in traffic somewhere. Turned down Blair to Flair, protecting Eggman. You know what I mean? Conor Benn and Boots is ready to go right now. Matter of fact, just to even put a stamp on that, Muhammad told, just to be 100, Yup, just like I thought. I remember Jaron Ennis is the champion at 147. Is the champion at 147 for the IBF, and Conor Benn is rated, at least on the boxing scene website, number 4, which makes him available to Jaron Ennis. He's in the top 5 of the IBF. He fights for Eddie Hearn, yet Eddie Hearn is not even mentioning Conor Benn versus Jaron Boots Ennis. Now that's protection for your ass. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. You know what I mean? Real spill, bro. Real spill, man. So it is what it is, man. We just hope that they gonna make it happen. We're gonna hope that Boots and Eddie don't run no smoke and mirrors, man. I hope they do the Virgil fight. You gotta watch these promoters, man. They looking for any crack in the door that they can find, fight fans, to try to shut things down when they don't want to do these things. They'll use any little reason. And I'm telling you, the WBC issue in the Schofield case, and on top of that, the WBC issue in that case, in the 147 issue in the Boots case. Watch it, you know what I mean? Man, major salute 2 times to my main man out there holding me down, man. My man, can't wait to chop it up with you again real soon. Salute to my main man, Vincent Roof, out there in the super chat. What up, Vincent, man? Hope all is well, man. I hope you had a cool ass Thanksgiving too, bro. Salute, man. He says, yo, what's good, man? I don't think that people is putting respect on Chukajan's name. I think that Chukajan is a top 5 welterweight, and he will beat Mario. Oh, that'd be interesting. Mario Barrios and Kern Chukajan, that'd be interesting. Interesting. The thing is that about Kern. Now, like I said earlier, a lot of people didn't know and didn't look into Kern. Now, of course, me being a content creator and getting prepared for the Kern and Boots fight, I had to look into Kern. When I looked into a lot of his fights, like I did not see this special kind of fight. I just didn't see that guy. He looked like an average run-of-the-mill fighter. And it's just that I think style-wise, between him and Boots, sometimes, it's like styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? I think that just style-wise, current style versus Boots is just the issue. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think is more so. I don't think Kern's that great of a fighter. I just think that most nights he'll give Boots fits. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of cases, man. But my issue with Jaron Boots Ennis, though, goes well beyond the current fight. It's not just the current fight, everybody. I see him having issues transitioning from offense to defense in numerous fights. He keeps himself in harm's way, you know what I'm saying? In a lot of cases. That's the issue. That's what we're learning about Jaron Ennis. These are the type of things that we didn't get a chance for many years to learn about him because he ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought no one for you to get a measure off. Now that we finally see someone with some educated offense in there with him, and we see that the issues that he has is being exasperated a little bit more. That's the thing that I'm keeping my eye on. See, I'm not, my mind is not 100% made up on Boots yet. I like Boots, and I think that he is a talent. I used to call him the phenom until somebody took it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I rate him very high. But dog, you got to get in there with somebody with a pulse and show me that you are that same guy versus these guys that you are versus these guys. And y'all keep using Virgil when Virgil got in there with a real live dog. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Y'all can't look on Jaron Ennis's resume and tell me you found one damn pressure fighter on there that's worth talking about. You can't find one. Meanwhile, Virgil is going in there with a serious pressure fighter with range and distance and power. Man, I don't know what y'all saying, man. But I like Chukashan, man. I want to see. I mean, listen, I tell you that if he gets other opportunities at 147, it'll show us, bro. It'll show us. But from what, like I said before, when I looked into him and I seen the fights against the guys that he fought coming up through the ranks, he didn't look like anything special. We knew he had boxing ability. But like I said, nothing really overly special. Really good. He got good footwork. But what we learned in the rematch in the Jaron fight, and once again, that was a rematch, so he's used to Jaron. He knows Jaron at this point. He kind of opened up a little bit more of his bag, and he decided to fight in a different fashion because the first time around, it didn't get him nowhere. Yeah, he made it to the final bell, but all he did was lose every round and just survive to the final bell. This time he stood his ground more, and he figured, you know, why am I running away from this kid when I can actually outbox this kid in different ways? And I just thought he made an adjustment for being a bit more familiar with Boots, but his style is just giving Boots issues, man. That's all it is, bro. I'll wait to see how good that he pans out to be, but him versus Mario Barrios would be very, very interesting. I think Stanley Owens to stomp him out. Him versus Brian Norman, I'd favor Brian Norman too, but Mario Barrios and Chukashan, that would be very freaking interesting, bro. Very interesting. Eddie wants the mega fights for Ben and Eubank. Huge over there. He is not going to gamble on Ben and Boots on this time, promoting 101. Well, I mean, that's protection. That's AKA protection. And it's really unfortunate. If you're going to do Ben and Eubank, then why is the hell is Conor Ben at 47? Rated at 47? Why is he at 54? Why isn't he trying to go to 54? Why what they going to, what weight will they even fight at? If fucking Eubank is all the way up at 168 pounds and this cat is at 40, where are they even gonna meet at? What, 165? I mean, what weight is even in the middle? 54? Eubank can't make 54. This is a joke. This is them running protection using each other. Eubank hiding out from Hamza Shiraz. Eubank hiding out from Hamza Shiraz. And Eggman hiding out from everybody. You know what I'm saying? Until he finds himself a knockout. You know what I mean? They just trying to get a viral moment on Conor Ben, bro. They trying to get him in there with the right opponent to get a knockout, to bring his name back up. But when it comes to Eubanks and Conor Ben, they both using each other to protect themselves away from the real lines, from the real sharks. You know what I'm saying? Conor Ben protected from Boots, and freaking Eubank protected from my man Hamza Shiraz, bro. And that's being honest, man. And Hamza would take that fight. Hamza stepped in there to Eubank. Eubank, what? Why is it? Oh, he wants to fight me. Oh, why does everybody wants to fight me? I have no idea. That's a really, really, really good question. Really good question. But that is one of the biggest jokes in the sport of boxing, bro. A 68 pounder calling out a fighter that's calling out everybody from 40 to 68. Conor Ben was calling out 40 pounders. He was calling out Tank and Devin in them, wasn't he? So how do you go from Tank and Devin to Chris Eubank. Man, just saying names, bro. Hey, he don't mean none of it. He's just saying names, bro. That's all it is, man. Whatever sticks, whatever can get him in a headline. That's all he doing, bro. That's the part of boxing that everybody just so sick and tired of. Ain't it, fight fans? Ain't y'all sick and tired of that shit, man? All this clout chasing, this fake bull crap. Just a bunch of crap, bro. That man sitting there in the fourth position. Boots ain't got a dance partner, and Eddie ain't even mentioned it. I would love, listen, man. I would give major props and credit to the next boxing reporter that get Eddie Hearn in front of them and say, Eddie, what's up with Conor Benn and Chris and Jaron Ennis? Why ain't you talking about Conor Benn and Jaron Ennis? I remember when Conor Benn called out Jaron Ennis like a year ago, and it made some waves around the sport. But he did that while he was still over in the UK. We seen nothing come of it. Nothing. All Conor Benn was took that little momentum and took it into his fight against whoever he was fighting. Nothing. It's all smoke and mirrors. That could be Boots' next fight tomorrow. And I got Boots flatlining Conor Benn. Now I got him, steamrolling Conor Benn. I don't think that Eggman got no power at all. To be honest, I don't think he got the power to keep Boots off him. I think Boots would methodically break him down from head to toe. Methodically break him down from head to toe. He would have Conor Benn not even knowing what the hell is going on, whether he coming or going. Guarantee we never get nothing like that, fight fans. Boots would embarrass Conor Benn. He will stop that hype train in its tracks. I put the farm on Boots. I'd bet the farm on Boots on that fight. I got Boots. Hey, don't get it twisted. Listen, and for me to say that Boots versus Virgil is a 50-50 fight is not a diss towards Boots, Philly. It's me. That's a prop. I don't say a lot of fights with Virgil is 50-50. Boots and Virgil is 50-50. That's damn good to say about a 25-year-old. Well, damn, Virgil ain't that old himself, though. Both of them, I rate them both high. 50-50 is a prop to both of them boys because they both so damn good. I honestly don't really know who would win that fight. I just think that it'd be a great fight and may the best man win. But I will admit, I might lean. You know what? I'm not even going to say it, man. I'm not even going to say it, man. I got respect for them both. Ben is for that 154. The Ben fight is being negotiated at 160 and will likely happen soon. Since Ben has been Rioing. Since Ben has been saying, I guess you're saying, oh, okay, cool. 160 is where they'll fight at. Okay, so Conor Ben at 160. What does that look like, bro? You got a fat egg man. You got a big fat egg man, slow fat egg man trying to get in it. Man, Conor Ben gonna get stopped by Chris Eubank if they do it at 160. You're gonna go from 40, and you think that you're going to be even remotely half of the fighter that you are going up 2 weight classes. You ain't learned from your partner Kell Brook. You ain't learned from your partner Kell Brook. When Kell Brook tried to do that same trick and got his damn face broken, y'all don't learn. These fighters don't learn. They just think it's sweet. There's weight classes for a reason. You ain't got to go. I mean, it may be big in the UK. Look, let Eubank go after Hamza. Hamza Shiraz is going to be big in the UK too. It's just a matter of time. And speaking of which, that's going to be for the next live stream. I can't wait to talk about that, fight fans. We got Hamza Shiraz versus Carlos Adames, bro. Hey, we gonna definitely dig into that fight. I think that's pretty much a done deal. Don't look like we're gonna get Hamza Shiraz and Janet Beck. We talked about that the other day, but we look like we're going towards Hamza Shiraz and Carlos Adames. And bro, I love that fight. I think that is going to be a really good fight. I would have took the Janet Beck fight, but I'll take Carlos Adames all day. Adames is dog. He's a wild man, bro. Adames is going to take risk after risk. Really Adonis Stevenson like, you know what I'm saying? He's going to take so many risks, bro. He's going to make it a fan-friendly fight. If Hamza is cut from that cloth that we believe him to be, then he's got his hands full. We're going to measure him against Adames, moment. That's going to be one hell of a fight for the WBC championship at 160 pounds. Hamza Shiraz being added to the middleweight division is going to bring back the middleweight division. It's going to add another name, and that's all we need, man. That's all we need. And the next thing that we're going to need is somebody getting in there with Janabek. Somebody get in there with Janabek. I think Hamza might be that dude. Hamza beats Adamas. I see them doing it, bro. I think that Frank Warren is just like Eddie Hearn, a little shaky about his new investment. Like, man, let's be 100. Like Eddie is with Boots, a little shaky. I just need to be 100. And I think that once they do it, they're gonna do it, dog. Once they do it, they're gonna do it. So I'm gonna leave it there for the nights, man. But just to wrap up this Boots thing, man, Boots got to make the hard decision. According to Eddie Hearn, 24 hours, fight fans. Boots will be making a decision whether or not he goes to 154 to take on Virgil, or he stays at 147 to try to work out some sort of unification somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to all kind of wait and see on how that plays out. I just hope Boots makes the right decision. Or should I say, I hope Eddie makes the right decision. And one last thing, I hope that whatever decision is made in Boots and Virgil has nothing to do with whatever decision is made with Schofield and Shakur. Let's hope that the two are not tied exclusively. You know what I'm saying? And it will also be nice that all of this shit comes together and it's all on the same card, which that's what I think that they want to do. And one last thing is, if it's the Matchroom versus Golden Boy 5 versus 5, which these fights will be a part of, then Turkey needs to be a little bit more involved, because Turkey is the one that making bridge the divides. Because if we're doing that, that's going to more than likely be on the Turkey card, right? That's the shit that Turkey likes to do. So we've been giving Turkey a lot of credit about him being in the mix of all of this and making all of these things happen and bridging these divides. Well, if this 5 versus 5 is for a Riyadh season card, which we suspect it to be, then let's see Turkey get involved and bridge these divides. Let's all hope so, because according to Oscar De La Hoya, right, he hasn't heard anything from Turkey in months. Yet no one has reached out to him from Turkey and contacted him about anything, allegedly, according to Oscar De La Hoya. So let's all kind of wait and see how this all plays out. And let's just hope it's not one big production and we actually get these damn fights. You know what I'm saying? Real spiel, man. I want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all, man, that came out and rocked out with the homie tonight, man. Yo, man, we got through 2 hours of this bad boy tonight. Thank you to all of y'all, bro. Y'all always make the show pop off, man. Thank you so much. I know it's Friday night, the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Did y'all go out there and get them Black Friday sales? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I didn't need anything this year, so I had no reason to have to run on out there early in the morning and stand in no crazy lines and none of that jazz, you know? If anything, I'm on the other side of that argument now. And for those of y'all who know, you know. So it's been a very, very busy time for me as well. But I didn't need anything. So I hope y'all went on out there, been safe, got what y'all need back home tucked away. It's like a 20-degree night. It's a cold, brisk night out here in the DMV. So I'm going to get my McChill on, you know what I'm saying? Probably kick on back with some retro gaming tonight, man. I'm going to try to take my ass home back on Punch Out and see if I can get back to Mike Tyson to knock his ass out. I think I'm going to try a little bit of that tonight, man. It's going to be a real chill Saturday night. But for those, Friday night. But no fights on this week. We got a fight on next weekend. We're going to be looking forward to that one. Richardson Hitchens versus Liam Paro going down on the next Saturday. So that's going to be a good fight to watch. Richardson Hitchens' first title shot. I'm sure that every boxing channel is going to be covering that, because I'm sure that every boxing channel is thirsty for some boxing right now. So I'm sure that we will all be locking in. We only got that card and one more card after that to wrap up this particular year. Then we'll do a year in review, a year wrap up, and we'll cancel 24 and move on to 25. The only other card that we got outside of this Richardson Hitchens one is Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk, and that's another fight that I'm looking forward to. And I think I'm gonna rock out with Tyson Fury for that fight. Y'all have a blessed night, man. Come on back through tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow afternoon. We'll figure out something to sit on down and chop it on up about. We cover, towards the end of the week, fight fans, look forward to seeing me 3 to 4 times towards the end of the week, every week, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Between those 4 and Mondays, and every once in a while, between those 4 and 5 days is when Main Man will be the most active due to my schedule. So just keep y'all third eyes open for me and keep on looking out for me, man. I really appreciate y'all all. And until the next video, fam, have a blessed night, man. Peace out.
Be the challenger sometime. Be the challenger sometime. Be the challenger sometime. Be the challenger sometime. Be the challenger sometime.